Hey guys, and welcome back to another arty video. It's been a while since I've filmed a video or filmed like a voiceover for a video, so I apologize. Oh wait, I did do that tracer video. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done a video where I like showed you guys stuff and just talked. And so I feel a little bit out of practice, as I said in the last video that I talked in. I just feel out of practice with the filming process and just speaking in clear sentences and stuff like that. So I apologize in advance if I have any weird stutters going on. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys two sketchbooks that I completed in 2017. I think there were sketchbooks like in between, maybe smaller ones or like sketchbooks that aren't complete yet. But these are the two main sketchbooks that I've completed in 2017. They're the ones that I like start to finish. I would carry around with me everywhere. That type of sketchbook, because I like to have my main traveling sketchbook that I bring to like school, on trips, places, to parks, wherever I go really. I like to carry it with me, and that's the main sketchbook that I carry around. So I have two of those sketchbooks that I completed this year, which I feel like I always feel like I complete more sketchbooks than I really do, because I only have two sketchbooks that were started and finished in 2017. Other ones I did work on in 2017, but I started them last year, so I don't know if I was just busier this year, but I didn't finish as many sketchbooks as I feel like I usually do. And maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know. So these are my two sketchbooks. There's this brand I believe is Ranger. I got it on Blick Art Materials, and it is just like a cardboard. I think it's recycled maybe, but it has this cardboard cover, which I think is nice. It just feels, I don't know, it feels like earthy to me. And then inside it has a little manila folder that opens up like this with a little thing, and then I keep little odds and bits in there. I'll show you guys what's in there later. And then also inside of here, there is this side, which is the actual book with all the paper and stuff, which I will be showing you the sketches of. So this is the first one that I did. I started this one in April, and I finished it in the summer, I think June perhaps. I finished it right before Watercolor Week happened. So if that gives you any timeline of when this was finished. And then this sketchbook, I think I started it in June, right after I finished this one, because I went to Hobby Lobby and bought a new one. And this is a handbook handbook company square sketchbook. It's red. I just liked it because I thought it looked neat, and every sketchbook I try to get like a unique look to it, or try out a different one. And so this one I started at the beach. It has a little clear pocket in the back here, which I have some more stuff in. It has this elastic band, and it has a little orange bookmarker to mark your place. So I will go ahead and get into the first book, which is this one. First of all, it has these stickers on the cover. This one is by Joy San, who is an illustrator here on YouTube. If you guys want to go check her out, you can just probably search up Joy San, or her other links. I think her Twitter is Sexy Tuna, and her Instagram is Snarky Tuna. So if you want to go check out her stuff, you can definitely find her links to her store and stuff on her social media pages if you just search her up. And then this is a sticker by an artist called Fifal on Instagram. I just like these two together. I don't know why. I think maybe because they both have that gold color, but I don't know. I really liked the way that the sketchbook looked. It was very personalized to me, I guess. So I guess I will go ahead and start with this stuff in the pocket here, since it's the first thing that's on the inside cover. I'm actually not sure what they all are, so it'll be a surprise. This first thing here is a little watercolor mini painting that I did when I was on the beach in June. So I was on vacation in June, and I pulled out my watercolors. I think these were the Kuretake watercolors, and I just did this little painting. There was a boat that was parasailing some people, and I just wanted to try painting on the beach, which turned out to be a very sandy mess. Then I just have some pieces of scrap paper in here. This one doesn't actually have anything on it, so I guess I should make a painting on there eventually. Just some scrap pieces of paper. This one I tested some colors on. These ones are also blank. I just like to carry around little scrap pieces of paper in case I feel like doing like a mini piece outside of the sketchbook. And then this is a loose sketch that I just decided to put inside of that pocket because, again, I carry around these scrap pieces of watercolor paper. And then this is a little piece of Chinese newspaper that I got in a pencil case that I bought. I guess for like displaying it at the store. It came stuffed with this to show I guess the volume of it. But I just thought it was really interesting that they stuffed it with this because I guess it was manufactured in China, and I don't know, I just kept that in that little place. Now for the actual book, I might have to adjust the camera for this because it doesn't quite fit in the frame. So the first page, I always try to do some sort of like title page, I guess. I don't try to put too much pressure on myself to make something great, which is why this bird is not very good. It's kind of derpy looking, I guess, but I do like to do a little opening page that just says my name and the date and the time that I did it. So this first page is just me trying out some watercolors on it. I think the same time that I ordered the sketchbook, I ordered Finetec Gold watercolor paint, so that's what you're seeing with these little shiny details in the hair. But this was just me playing around, seeing how I could handle, like how this paper could handle different mediums. And this was some inks and markers, I think, which didn't bleed through, so that was really nice. And then this was like some plein air sketching, I guess, that I did. I don't know how to pronounce those words, but I went out with my dad on a little trip, on a little day trip, to go to like the city park and stuff. And there's like a pond and this memorial cannon thing from the Civil War, and just this really nice tree. And so I just wanted to do some sketching while I was there. It's not photorealistic to what the place looks like, but I was just trying to incorporate all the feels of what was there. Then here was on that same day trip, we went to a little burger and root beer place, just like a little diner type thing, and it had a really neat sign outside of it, and I just felt like drawing some food while I was there. And then this is a painting that's actually on my YouTube channel. This is just a gouache painting. This is like a full spread page, so you can see the stitching right here. This is like one solid piece of paper. And so I wanted to do a peridot painting with gouache, and I filmed it for my YouTube channel. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll try to remember to put a card up right now, if you guys want to go see that video. Then here I have some brush pen sketches. This was sketches of a dog that I found on Instagram who just had some really like bizarre model-y type pictures. And so I thought she was really interesting and I wanted to draw her. And that's just a random sketch. This is based on Dodie Clark, or Doddle Oddle here on YouTube, or Doddle Vloggle. She has different channels, but I love her. She is a very special YouTuber to me. I just really enjoy her music and her content and her personality and all her ideas that she puts out there. I'm really a fan of her. So this is a little doodle of her. This is, I don't even know what this is. I think I just wanted to try out that pose, and then it happened. Maybe I took a picture of myself and used it as reference. I can't remember. And then these are just some brush pen and watercolor doodles. I just tend to doodle in my sketchbook when I get bored, so that is the result of this. That resulted in this. Then I have some random dogs here. I think at this time I was really trying to get into drawing dogs, and so these are just some dogs out of my imagination that you can see didn't turn out very well. This is a really nice drawing that I like. It's on my Instagram. I'm just really proud of this one. I don't know why. I just really like the simplicity of it. There's something about it that's really nice to me. And then just swatching some colors down there. This page I like a lot too because I just feel like it's very cohesive and nice. So I think I started out just sketching with a Micron pen in class. I just had a pen on me and just was doodling away and stuff. And then later on I went back with some watercolors whenever I was home and didn't necessarily feel like drawing, but I needed to do something with my hands. I went back in with a red and Payne's gray watercolor and just had some fun with it, and I really like the result of this page. It looks really nice in my opinion. This page was also very experimental. I was playing around with like underwater and fishes and patterns, and again using that gold fine tech paint to just try out different stuff, just experimentation, I guess. This is a sketch of Scott and Mitch from Superfruit or Pentatonics. They release music and I really like it, so I guess I did a sketch of them. This is just another random watercolor and brush pen sketch. I have no words for this one. I think this is based on the whale from Dory, Finding Dory, but I'm not positive. I don't know why I drew this, but I did. Here's a hand. That's a good looking hand. I should learn how to draw hands again because I don't know how to do that. These are just some sketches from class, just some people that I saw. This is my friend Claire. I don't know who this is. These are very, very rough gesture drawings of my dog as she was flipping and flopping around at my bed, trying to find a comfortable spot to sleep at. She was just flopping around a lot, so I drew her in different positions and stuff. This page I was testing out pink Winsor & Newton ink that I bought. I got it in a set, and I really liked that pink, so I just did a whole page where I like blocked in some pink color and then went back with brush pen and defined that. Then this page, I think this was after like testing and stuff at school. I just had my sketchbook and a brush pen and again was just playing around. I think I went back later and added some marker. I really like this page in particular, just these leaves and this girl right here, really nice looking to me. This page again, I think I was playing with the same markers. These weren't even my markers. I think they were my friend Emma's. But I was just playing around with those colors, whatever colors she had, just trying to make the most of them. This is a witch that I think I drew after testing and stuff too. This is I'm not going to explain this one. I'm just going to let that one be. These are some more brush pen sketches. Again, I think these were at school, just playing around. I think I was watching my friend Vizzo play Shovel Knight, Spectre Knight, maybe? I don't know the proper terminology of the game, but I was just doing some sketches and doodles of things that I was watching there. Just 'cause, I don't know. These are some Steven Universe sketches. Sometimes I just get in the mood to draw some fan art, and Steven Universe is always very reliable. They have really nice character models and fun people to draw. I really like drawing Pearl. I like this sketch of Pearl in particular, and I don't know why. I just think Pearl should ride bicycles all the time. This sketch I like too. I don't know where it's from or why I decided to do it, but I really like it. I don't know. I think it shows like emotion and it's fluid and dynamic and stuff. This one I drew at lunchtime because we were having, I think we had like a long lunch for some reason. We were having it was like towards the end of the year, so you get a lot of time, free time in between classes. So this was me eating my lunch, just a cute little doodle, I guess. And then this was me trying out a purple ink or watercolor maybe. These are some thumbnails for a big mermaid piece that I was going to do. I think I started on it actually and just abandoned it. This is a marker sketch that I did in class with some Crayola markers that my teacher had. I just stole them and was doodling in my sketchbook. These again are those same Crayola markers, this side too. I had this one particular turquoise marker that I was playing with apparently. And then here's a mermaid with my friend's markers again. I guess I just steal everybody's markers, or is the moral of this sketchbook. I don't even use my own markers, I guess. These again are all with my friend's markers. She had really nice teals, I guess, and so I was playing around with her teal markers and stuff. And yeah, I really like these sketches that came out of those markers. And this right here, if you can tell, it's very rough, but I was doing some gestures of my friend as she walked her dog. Yeah, I think I was walking behind her, so I was drawing and walking at the same time, so it's very, very rough, but it's something. These are sketches done with a calligraphy pen, I think. I think it's the only thing that I had in my pencil case that was like black and solid like this, and I wanted to do some pen sketching, so that's the result of, that's what happened. And then here I was playing with this green watercolor that I think I found. I think, again, it was my friend's, and I was just bored and found a green watercolor and wanted to play with it. These sketches, I don't know why. I think I was having a little bit of a mermaid moment. I was just really liking mermaids, apparently, and purple watercolors, too. But this is just playing around with colors and sketching and stuff. Just, I think I used a ballpoint pen for this, so... I like this sketch a lot. I think I posted this on my Instagram, but I used like white acrylic paint for highlights and details and stuff, and just playing around with that. This one, very flowy watercolor loose sketch. I like to do that a lot of times whenever I want to just be relaxed and kind of work out whatever not what I'm feeling, but just like do something with my hands. Just have something to do. I'll just do a bunch of flowy watercolor sketches and go over it with brush pen and try to make a picture out of it. And then this is something. I think it's some kind of foresty cabin scene. I would like to elaborate on this, I guess. This one I like. I don't know what this is based on. It might be Jack Morrison fan art. I don't really know. I think it's supposed to be Soldier 76 from Overwatch, very loosely based on that character. But yeah, just some nice flowy watercolor textures. Again, I really like how this paper handled the watercolor. Again, Pearl, because Pearl's really fun to draw. And then I just had some color pencils and was messing around, filling in pages and stuff. Again, more Steven Universe on this page. I love drawing Pearl. I think Pearl isn't even my favorite character, but she's so fun to draw, and I think I must have drawn her the most in my life. And then this is just another watercolor sketch. This is another more clean one. I like to do, sprinkled throughout, I like to do a few clean illustrations in my sketchbook just to experiment and practice and stuff. It's very low pressure situation, and I really like that. This page I like because it has a very solid yellow background. This yellow marker was my marker that I bought with my own money, so I'm not stealing anymore, apparently. But I think I did these two sketches separately, and then I wanted these pages to be connected somehow and unify them, so I did this white background, and I think it worked out really well. I also have this blue marker that I used in both of these, so I don't know. I like how this page is tied together. Here, I don't particularly like the sketches on this page. I think I was playing around with eyeballs. As you can see, all these eyes are very weird and different from what I usually do. But I feel like I used to draw people and bodies a whole lot more, and I'm struggling with that now, and I think it's because I don't draw them as much, and I need to get back into that. Oh, this is a study that I did. I don't know, just trying to learn how to draw people and the human figure and stuff, because you got to learn how to draw people without clothes on so that you can put clothes on them and know what's underneath and make it accurate and everything. So that's what that's about. This one is this is a thumbnail for the Steven Universe pilot piece that I did. That's here on my YouTube channel. I'll try to put up a card. I might forget. Forgive me, please. These are more sketches for that piece. Just trying to get stuff together. And Steven says, "I want to eat you" in that one. So don't know what was going on there, but something. This one, just again more loose watercolor texture pages. I think this just started out as a pen sketch, and I added some purple watercolor to it. Don't know what the plans were for that one, but there it is. More puppies. I don't know. I still really like drawing dogs. Dogs are really, really fun to draw, and I just like doing them to take a break from drawing people sometimes, because I don't know. Sometimes drawing people gets a little bit tedious and overcomplicated, and I need to take a break so that I can continue working on my usual stuff. And so this is a good change of pace, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Then here, another Pearl. And then I have some more dog sketches right here. This was like my dog was sleeping, and I set some yellow flowers next to her and set up a little still life and was drawing her. But yeah, I like drawing my dogs. It's really nice fun. These are notes for Watercolor Week videos that I was making. I made little notes about what I wanted to say in the videos. Then this page has some pen sketches. I was playing around with a ballpoint pen, and then this I think is loosely based on the character from Wonder Woman. I can't remember his name right now, but he was played by... He was played by Chris Pine. Okay, yeah, so this is very loosely based on Chris Pine. I think it was from imagination, but definitely inspired by that. And then here, this is a thumbnail for a watercolor week video too. So this, I think I just did this in my sketchbook and then separately decided that I wanted to, sometimes I'll just borrow ideas from my sketchbook if I need to make a piece and don't know what to do. So I just borrowed this idea and made it a full concept and like rendered it fully and stuff. This is just another sketch. Again, that flowy watercolor texture that I like to mess around with in my sketchbook. This is a sketch of my friend Claire. This is my friend Olivia writing out her name. Just some pencil sketches here. I think these were using Prismacolor turquoise pencils. That's their line of graphite pencils. I really like their softer core graphite pencils. They're really, really nice to work with. And then here, just some more pencil sketches too. I was getting into drawing with pencils and stuff. This is another sketch based on Dodie. I think I have to blame Dodie for my love of the color yellow because I really, really love the color yellow, and I think that may have come from her. Again, this flowy watercolor texture. I just like to be messy in my sketchbook. I think I also used Copic markers here. Not a fan of this sketch, to be honest, but it's something. It fills a page, I guess. And then this is loosely based on Ariana Grande, again with a blue ballpoint pen that I think I had in my pencil case. This is when I started, this is when I went on vacation. We were starting the drive, and these are sketches from driving the way there. We got a flat tire. We were stuck on the side of the road. I think I did some drawings of what I saw when we were stuck on the side of the road. And then I was just doodling some plants from imagination and stuff. These are I think these were my Stadler pens. I had a pink and a blue one, and so I was just playing with those colors. These are some more pencil sketches. I don't know what I did with this one. I feel like I did something with it, but I don't really know. This is a sketch of me in the car, inspired by me in the car, I guess. I don't know. I like these little sketches. I like drawing little doodles of myself in different scenarios, just as like little reminders of what I was doing, I guess. This sketch is scary. I don't want to talk about it. This is a very like minimalist, simple page. I think I was on the beach again, and there was parasailers and stuff, and I wanted to do, there was like 3 in a row. There was one yellow, one red, and one blue, and so I wanted to do little sketches of them, and so these are very, very, very abstract little doodles of those. And this painting looks a lot like another painting from the start of the sketchbook, if you remember. Here, like this painting and this painting, I feel like look very similar. I think it's just the orange and blue combination, but yeah, those accidentally turned out really, really similar, and so that's kind of funny. These are drawings of Hoot Hoot, Howard the Hoot Hoot to be precise. He's my little Pokemon son, I guess. He was in my friend Queen Chrisu's Nuzlocke one time, and so I kind of adopted him for myself because everybody was kind of being mean to the Hoot Hoots, and they're like, oh no, we're getting a bunch of Hoot Hoots all the time, and I was like, hey, Hoot Hoots are cool, and kind of stuck up for them, I guess. So, yes, he's cute. I love Howard the Hoot Hoot. He's become a family member. But yes, Howard the Hoot Hoot is very fun to draw. He's also very simple, so like, I don't know. I like doing little doodles of him. This was me playing with my Finetech gold paints. I think the whole point of this is that I wanted to use those paints, to be honest, because I sure used a lot of them in this little tiny painting. Didn't turn out that great. I don't really like this painting, but it's something. These are some more blue ballpoint pen sketches. I like these. I think I did this one on the beach. It's on my Instagram, I think. There's a picture of me sketching it on the beach. And I like all these. I like sketching with blue ballpoint pen because it feels very loose and freeing, I guess. These are drawings from a restaurant that we went to. It was like a shrimp restaurant, and they had a big shrimp on the wall, and they had like this life floaty thing, and we ordered some ice cream while we were there, so these are just little sketches from there. The waiter came by and was like talking about how I was drawing and stuff, and so that was neat. I don't know. I like little drawings that like hold memories of like where I was and what I was doing and stuff. And then this is a little doodle. I always do a little commemorative doodle at the end of my sketchbooks saying rest in peace. Like, sketchbook's over. I always like to do a little like ending page like this. They're kind of silly, but I don't know. I like to do those. And then I always have a little tester page in the back of my sketchbooks with some marker and doodles and stuff like that. Oh, and then this sketchbook actually has a drawing on the back of it. This is a little micron pen sketch that I guess I was just bored in class, and I didn't want people to look at me whenever I opened my sketchbook, so I just drew on the back of it. Whew, this video is going to be very long and not fun to edit, I will say. So this sketchbook I got right after I finished that one. I was on vacation at the beach at that time, like you saw at the end, like toward the end of that sketchbook, you could see me like starting to sketch beachy stuff. And so this was after I finished this sketchbook. I needed a new one because I was on vacation and drawing was what I was doing to pass the time, or just like whenever I was sitting on the beach, I like to sketch. And so I wanted something to keep those memories and stuff, so I had to go buy a new sketchbook. So I bought this somewhere in Alabama, Gulf Shores maybe, the Hobby Lobby there. But it just looked appealing at the time, so I just bought it. And it was a nice little replacement sketchbook, and I've been working on it ever since, and I just finished it a few days ago, actually. After we filmed this part, because my phone number was written here, and I just had the sketchbook wide open and was showing everything, so, anyway, this is the little title page, like, inspired by summer, and I was on the beach, so I just wanted to do a cute little summary title page like this. I think it's very, very fitting. This page is like a sketch of my sister. We were on the beach. She was just sitting there tanning, I guess, and I had my sketchbook out, and we were sitting very near the water and just chilling in our chairs, enjoying our vacation and stuff. And I like the sketch because, again, it's one of those memory sketches that I look back and I'm like, oh, I remember what I was doing when I drew this. These are some more drawings from the beach. I guess I was inspired by like the light colors and stuff. So there's like this yellow and this blue. This is on my Instagram. This is one of my most liked pictures this year. I really like this little page right here. And then these are some brush pen sketches. I guess I was trying to figure out hands and different eye styles and stuff. And you'll really start to see like a style shift in this book. This is when I started really doing these triangle noses. At the start of this sketchbook, and it just got progressively, I don't know, my style evolved from there, I guess. These are some Overwatch characters. These are a lot, I don't know if it's all of them, but it's most of the girls in the game. So the Saria, Sombra, Mercy, Widowmaker, Ana, Farah, and Diva. These aren't my favorite sketches, but they are just, I was just messing around and I wanted to draw some fan art, I guess. These are different types of shoes and things that I was seeing. I was at a ballpark for a softball tournament, which is why we were on vacation in Gulf Shores, because there was a softball tournament there. And so I was at the ballpark and just sketching different types of shoes and like softball helmets and stuff that I saw. This one looks like a peanut. And then here I just have a little comic that I wrote about. I think this one was based on the Steven Universe vinyl that was like an exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con, the one that had Love Like You and I can't remember. It was another song, but it had 2 songs on it, and I was really excited because it came out online like as an exclusive thing, and I went to order it and it was sold out, so that was disappointing, and so I drew a little comic about it. These 2 are based on reference that I found on Pinterest. Here, I think you'll also start to see me doing a little bit more reference-based stuff and just try to improve my artwork, which is something that I've been really working on towards the end of this year. So you'll start to see that a little bit in this sketchbook. Then here's some beachy sketches too. I was still on vacation when I drew these. These were a pair of beach chairs that I saw just chilling, and so I think I was like under an umbrella farther away from the beach, and so I did these like based on what I was seeing. And these are also seagull sketches that I did from life, just based on seagulls that I saw. And yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with drawing from life and drawing things that I saw. And it's just like a good way to practice, and it also keeps those memories like I was talking about, and it's really fun. I really recommend it if you go on a trip somewhere to just draw things you see, and it'll help you remember them, it'll help you get practice in, and it's just a good time overall. These are based on people I saw on the beach. These are just like interpretations of them, I guess. This is just a random brush pen doodle. This is, I went and sat down. It was definitely it was starting to get dark outside, but I really wanted to sit on the beach and paint these little seaweeds, I think they call them. But they had like this broken fence and these little stalks of wheat or whatever. And I really wanted to paint them, so I went down to the beach with like 3 watercolors, I think, and I sat down for like 10 minutes and painted a little picture, and it was really nice. Here's just a pencil sketch. Again, this is based on somebody I think I saw at the beach. Just doing a lot of like life-based sketches, I guess. And then here is where Harry Potter Week was starting, which is an event hosted by Taryn Draws on Instagram. I think it was in August, maybe, or October. I want to say it was August. But it was just a week with 7 different prompts where you had to draw 7 different Harry Potter themed things based on different prompts that Taryn came up with. And so I had a lot of fun drawing these things, and they had a really good response over on Instagram. So I'm excited that you guys get to see these too. So this was the first prompt. I think the prompt was just best friends, and so I drew the main trio, which is kind of basic, but you know, I don't know. You got to start somewhere, I guess. And then this one, this was like a failed prompt, I think. I decided to not use this picture for that prompt, but the prompt was Weasley. So I started drawing Ginny, but then I think I changed it to drawing Fred and George instead. This was another attempt of me trying to draw Ginny, and I just was not enjoying it. This was Team Colors, I think the prompt was. So I drew Hufflepuff, like a Hufflepuff fan, I guess. And yellow because I'm a Hufflepuff, and I guess that could also contribute to why I like yellow. But I don't know. Yellow is a fun color. Hufflepuff is a cool house. That's the thing that I am, and so I drew a little doodle based on that. And then I can't remember what this prompt was, but I drew Luna Lovegood, and I also really like this sketch. It's not perfect. It's a little bit different than like what I usually do. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of messy, and it has a lot of like texture and stuff going on, but I don't know, I really enjoy it for some reason. It's just different than what I usually do, and I like that. And then this prompt was, I don't know, but I drew Professor Sprout, the herbology professor, and I really like how this little sketch turned out. Again, definitely not my favorite, but like when you're drawing every day, you can't be too picky. You have to just like go with the flow and go with what you got. And so this was just, I like the plants in the background, I guess. But you know, you can't love everything about every single thing that you draw. So this one I think was father figure or like parent figure or something. So I drew Albus Dumbledore because I wanted to draw Dumbledore, and also I feel like he's a very parental figure in Harry Potter, and so I wanted to take a little bit of a different spin on that prompt, I guess. Then here, just some more brush pen doodles. I think at this point I'm home. Like I was no longer at the beach whenever I was doing these, but these are just some brush pen sketches. I think these are all using the Pentel art brush. So this is not like the waterproof Pentel pocket brush pen that I usually use, because I had lost that like several times, and so I just gave up buying it and switched to the Pentel art brush, which was slightly bigger, and it has a little bit of a different feel, but I still really liked it and the look that it gave. Then these all started as brush pen sketches, and then I added colors to them. I kind of like this spread of different colors. It was not Christmas when I did this, so I don't know why there was a Santa hat, but there just is, dude. I don't know. But I like how there's like a spread, like a spectrum of colors on this page. These are 2 Harry Potter themed drawings. It wasn't Potter Week anymore at the time that I drew these, I don't think. But I just was in the Harry Potter mood from Potter Week, so I was doing some Harry Potter sketches. This was a thing that I was going to turn to a full video. I still haven't finished that painting. Maybe you will see it sometime in the future. I don't know. No promises. These are more brush pen sketches. I think I was using different brush pens and just experimenting with different stuff that I had around my workspace and stuff. Just using whatever I could find, I guess. Oh, skipped a page. These are some pencil sketches. This is stuff based on what I saw on my desk. So this is my camera that I'm filming with right now. This is my little coffee mug that I keep full of pens and pencils and stuff. Just miscellaneous stuff that I don't really have a specific place for. I think this was a sketch of my friend Chew. I can't remember why. But there's that. These I was trying out different inks, so I had like a turquoise ink and a magenta ink, and I was mixing them up and getting different hues and stuff. So over here I have like very magenta stuff, and then over here I kind of have like a purple. This was a big spread. I guess I was feeling like drawing something very yellow and red and blue with very primary colors, pop arty, I guess. And I like this page. I don't think it's executed very well, but I like the idea of it, I guess. These are Splatoon sketches. I don't play Splatoon, but I think I was watching a stream of somebody playing Splatoon. Probably my friend Invisiguy, honestly. And so I was just watching him play Splatoon and drawing some Splatoon characters from reference that I found on Google. These are some Pearl sketches. Again, I just really like drawing Pearl. This is like a glittery brush pen that I have. Not a brush pen. It's just a glittery green pen that I have, and I was sketching with it because you can get a little bit of line variation with it, and so I was just playing around with that. These are my Love Live girls. So Nico is my best girl, based on the anime and what little I have played of the game. Nico is my best girl. I like Kodori second. Honoka is third. Umi is fourth, and Nozomi is fifth. I don't know. I just wanted to do little doodles of them, and I posted this to Twitter just to show everybody my best girls, I guess. This is a sketch based on Dodie again. I draw a lot of Dodie, and I don't know. It's good because I like drawing stuff with yellow, and Dodie is very closely associated with the color yellow, so it works out well. These are some sketches of Love Life girls again. I was just in a Love Life mood that night, I guess. Then here I have another Harry Potter sketch. This is sketches of my friend Emma and her dog, the same dog from earlier. This was a movie we were watching in French class. I was doing sketches based on it. There's a lot of weird imagery and stuff in it. French films are strange, but I did like the general aesthetics of it, and so I was doing some little sketches based on that. Very rough, but there's something. This one, I like this little sketch. I don't know why, but I did a little bit of watercolor, and then I added some pencil shading, and I just think it looks very soft and nice and clean too. I just really like this sketch. And then I was playing with some eyeballs again. I really like these eyeballs too. I think it's the pencil I was using. I just really like how dark that pencil is. And then here, I don't know what this character is, but it's a character. There's something there. I think it must be based on something, but I just can't remember it right now. And that's a bunny. Not a very good looking bunny, but it's a bunny. This is a drawing. I don't know who this is based on. I think it must have been somebody that I saw walking around. I honestly can't remember. These are just based on my imagination. I really like this sketch. I like the texture and stuff that's in the hair. And then this is just a little pencil sketch at the bottom. This is a sketch of Katniss Everdeen. I think Catching Fire came on TV, and I really liked her, like, Victor's Village outfit, where she has the big scarf, and she's hunting in the woods and stuff. It's very earthy, but also, like, I don't know, like, elegant and cool, and I really liked it, so I wanted to draw it. This painting is on my YouTube channel. I like to film my sketchbook painting sometimes, as you have noticed. And so this one was on my YouTube channel. I did like a really nice video of it, and I took my time filming it and like making nice sounds and just getting like scratchy pencil lines on the paper, and it was a real-time video, and I really liked that video. It's probably one of my favorites that I have on my channel so far. These are some gesture sketches. I think I was trying out some kind of character or just like different body proportions and ways of drawing people and poses and stuff, and I was breaking them down into shapes and just having fun with that. And then I have some little color swatches here of some gouache. Ooh, this is a good page. This is one of my favorite characters in Overwatch, McCree. I really like playing McCree. I like his beach skin. I just really like McCree, and I like all the art that I see of him, so I wanted to do some sketches of him. He's very drawable character. I like this spread of McCree pages. And this is like a green acrylic paint that I had, and I think it worked really well with the red, so I just went with it. This is a page that I guess I never finished, but I just like made a big old wash of like red to blue on this page, and then I went back and like chiseled away at the wash and made it into a picture, and so that's what this page is here. And then I think I was going to go in on this page and also do the same thing, but I guess I gave up. And then here's some brush pen sketches, and then this page I don't like it, and I don't want to talk about it. This is a little Mercy sketch. It's very rough, but I like the concept of it, I guess. This is just some more sketchy, flowy watercolor stuff going on here. I think this was just, I had a bunch of colors mixed up on my palette and make this ugly green-brown color, and I wanted to use it up before I cleaned it off. Then here I just have some more pencil sketches. This is somebody riding a bike. This is just a dude in a jersey. This is based on stuff on my desk. I had a little pumpkin decoration for Halloween. This is a little turtle that my mom bought me to hang on my pot. He's actually right here. I can show you. I have a little turtle. And then this is my plant that is sitting on my desk that is currently dying. I should probably water it. This is a sketch of Tessa Violet. I was watching some of her videos and just decided to crank out a little sketch of her, and I really liked how it turned out. I like the little simplistic background. I think it's nice and sketchy and cool. And I really like Tessa Violet's content and her videos and the stuff she talks about. It's very interesting to me, so I wanted to do a little sketch of her. This is a sketch based on something that I found on Pinterest, and I used a little bit of like metallic holographic washi tape that I had for the sweater, and I just like this. I like this page. It's not like the most well executed, but it was just a fun little experiment. Then this page, I think I did these all in dip pen and this one gray ink that I have. And so I was just playing around, getting ready for Inktober, I suppose. Just having fun with shapes and head shapes. I think I ran out of room for her head on this, so I just kind of made her hair flat, and I really like how it turned out, to be honest. These are more brush pen sketches. Sometimes I draw people, and I draw their head, and I mean to add hair, and then I just don't add hair. And then I'm just like, they can be bald. Bald people exist. Like, they're allowed to be bald. These are some Steven Universe sketches. These are sketches of Steven. This one is of Stevani. I really like this little sketch. I think it's really cute. This is of a character. I think this was a character that I had in a roleplay. It might just be a random doodle. This for sure is a roleplay character. She was like this badass lady who was just wandering the desert and happened to have an axe. And she also had like a little lock for an earring. And I liked it. I liked this. Liked this character and this campaign that I did. These are more sketches of her. These are sketches of like her weapons and stuff, and just playing around with her and her expressions. This is like her in a scenario that was going on in the role play. This was like a Jeep from the role play. This is more dip pen stuff. I was playing around with dip pen again, getting ready for Inktober. I didn't finish Inktober this year. Don't tell anybody. I'm a dirty cheater, and I didn't finish Inktober, and this is the first year that I haven't went all the way through with it. But I just got busy and didn't feel like doing it anymore, so just leave me alone. These are sketches. This is a sketch of Howard. Howard the Hoot Hoot, as I mentioned earlier. These are sketches of Rowlet, and I wanted to see how I could draw him without reference, and then I drew him with reference. I almost like how this looks, to be honest. I mean, it's not accurate totally, but I almost like this one a little bit better. And then these are just some pencil sketches. This is a pencil sketch of an elf. I don't know what the point of this was. I think I was trying to do something Harry Potter-like. but it's just like an elf or a goblin or something. I'm not sure about that page. Then this is some watercolor stuff. I just went in with watercolor and was blocking out basic shapes, and then went back later with a pen and made it into a picture. This, I was playing with my pro markers. So I have like one gray pro marker. I have one brown pro marker that I like using for skin. It's a really nice dark skin tone. It's very soft, and I really like pro markers for how smooth their ink lays down. This is another sketch of my friend Emma. I tend to draw her a lot, I guess. We went on a visit to, we went to Five Guys first, and then we went on a visit to Starbucks next door, and I got a little frappuccino and a muffin, and it was really nice, and so I decided to draw them. This is based on Zoella. These two pages match a little bit. I wonder if I did that on purpose. This is a little sketch of my plant that's sitting on my desk. This is sketches with a red pen. I guess I was very excited for Christmas. This is a little witchy drawing. I think this was also leading up to October. This is a little witchy drawing with a plant, just because I like to draw plants and leaves and stuff. I don't like this, and I keep saying this, but I don't like this sketch, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. These are sketches for a commission, an icon commission that I did on Twitter. If you guys want to see that, it's over there. I'm not currently open for icon commissions, but if you do want to go check out previous work that I've done, there over on Twitter. You can go look at all that stuff. This was a page that I didn't like, or the marker from the other page bled onto it, so I just covered it up with green paint. This is a page based on a photograph I saw on Instagram, and I just tried to draw it. It's not the best, but I like the page. This is more McCree sketches. This is just a random character, again bald because I didn't feel like adding hair. I was trying to draw perspective in a car, and it just was not working out for me, and so I gave up. This is another little brush pen sketch. These are all sketches that I was doing in class. I had like a brush pen and a brown micron, and I was trying to do really blocky style hair and very geometric style hair. This is actually a little sketch that I turned into a full piece. I don't know where the full piece is right now, but I did turn it into a full thing, and I was just playing around with patterns and colors and stuff. Here's a pencil sketch with a very dark pencil that I had in class. I was just playing around with the really dark lead and using it for like a background type thing. And then here are some ballpoint pen sketches. I really like how this one turned out. I don't know why, but I really enjoy this one. Then here are sketches with ink wash. I had some diluted black Indian ink in a water brush, and I was just playing around with that and just messing around. Nothing really serious, just kind of playing around with it, I guess. This is just another pencil sketch. A dude with curly hair. These are based on people that I saw at a Starbucks. Me and my friend Claire went to Barnes & Noble and then went to the Starbucks outside and just sat down and watched people as they came and went, and I drew some of them as they were walking around. These are Tracer sketches because I was trying to figure out how to draw Tracer to be able to do a little painting of her, which is on my YouTube channel right now if you want to go check that one out. This is loosely based on 11. I guess I like drawing bald people. I don't know if there's something wrong with that. These are two sketches that I did side by side. This one I did without any like pencil sketching or anything, or any planning ahead of time, and so I just kind of went in with the pen and then went back and colored it later, so you can see it's very messy. And then I went back with this one and took my time. I think I used a pencil and then inked it afterward, and it turned out much neater, and I like this little comparison. I don't know what the message is, but there's something. These are just some more pencil sketches. I think I just had one really dark pencil, and so I wanted to do some sketches. These are some Christmassy sketches because it was getting to that time of year. These are a lot more recent. I used my Winsor & Newton inks to fill in these. This is a sketch of my friend's character, Queen, or Elodie, as she is also known as. This is Queen Chrissu's character. If you guys wanted to go check her out, you can probably search Queen Chrissu, and all of her social media links will come up, or I don't know, you'll just go find her. Just please go find her. here, this is the back side of this page. The marker just bled through, and so I was playing around with that, and I just inked this side of the page too, just to make something be there. Then I was drawing a jacket that I wanted to buy at the store, but it was not my size, and they didn't have one that was my size, and so I just had to deal with it, and I couldn't buy the jacket, and it was very tragic, and I was very upset. And then here I got the Pentel Pocket brush pen, so I was playing around with this on this page. I was starting to play around with that again, because I've bought this pen 3 separate times, and I've lost it twice, and so I'm on my 3rd one right now. Hopefully I don't lose it, but we'll see how that goes. Here I was drawing stuff. This is like a little, I don't know, I was drawing the plants on my shelf, and then here I was just drawing some clothes and stuff that was around my room. This is a jacket that I have. This is a scarf that I don't have, but I just wanted to draw a scarf. This is like a little bag. I don't know, I was just playing around with drawing like environmental stuff and not drawing people all the time. And then this is an interesting commemorative page, and I think it sums up how I'm feeling at the end of this video, because I've been talking for like 45 minutes. I don't need to explain it anymore. Okay, so now let's get into this little pocket in the back of the sketchbook. I have a few little ballpoint sketches and ballpoint pen sketches in here that I did, and I guess I will show these to you. Yeah, nothing much to say about them. They're just random ballpoint pen sketches from imagination. And then these 2 pages are pages that my friend Claire drew. This is the same day we were at that Starbucks. And she she took some markers from my pencil case and drew some little drawings. And that's them. That's them. She loves hedgehogs, so that's what happened. Hey guys, so apparently whenever I was filming this video, I didn't do an outro, or it was just lost somewhere in my computer. And so editing, Brett is here to save the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked this sketchbook tour. I'm sorry that it was so long, but hopefully you found something to do while you were watching, or maybe you just enjoyed it alone. I don't know. But thank you for watching to the end if you did, or thank you for watching it all, and thank you for being subscribed and for supporting me and all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.